Everyone's like, oh, there's a specific extra dish we have. We add another brown to the double brown. The HB. Come on, wait, you can't save beans on toast. Hello everybody and welcome back to a man who isn't in love with bangers and mash. My name is Edinger, and earlier this week I made a video ranking all of the British food in existence. All of it. I haven't missed a single one. And you guys were not the happiest. If you're new around here, by the way, I do a community video every Thursday based on your comments from the previous week's video. So let's jump in. We've got places Scotch egg in F tier. You have sinned. And it seems like everyone seemed to agree with me, Moose, because there was a lot of comments about the atrocities I've committed to the Scots. Again, you can't get canceled more than once, okay? Scotland, I'm afraid to visit. But listen, okay? Something had to be in the F tier. Of all the things I ranked, I just happened to pick Scotch egg because I think that's probably the worst of all the food that I've tried that is British. So sorry that you all disagree, but a lot of people had good points, which is that there's a big difference between supermarket Scotch eggs, which is my main experience, and a real-life butcher's Scotch egg. Well, I'll have to try some sometime. I think I've definitely had one before, but it was still like, it was all right. Second comment, what we got? Beans on toast in D tier. Absolutely. My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined. And then he goes and puts Scotch eggs in tier 5. Yeah, tier 5. Oh, sorry. I don't think Boris has invented tier 5 yet. God, I don't want to give him any ideas. I'm literally crying and shaking. Listen, okay, beans. I feel like everyone knew that was going to happen. How many times have I ragged on beans on toast on this channel? A lot of times. It's just not great. It's one of those things where I feel like it's because you guys were brought up with it. You're like, I love this completely bland food. And the only reason I was really nice with cheese is because cheese does actually save the dish. Everyone's like, oh, there's a specific extra dish we have. We add another brown to the double brown. The HB. Come on, wait, you can't save beans on toast. You can slightly move it up with a little bit of cheese. I remember seeing on Reddit someone describing British foods as something beige which you put in the oven at 170 for 20 minutes. I think about that a lot. I think he might have had it wrong because I'm pretty sure it's something beige which you put in the oven for 180 for 20 minutes or 160 for fan. I don't think I would disagree with that statement at all. All British food is just, yeah, set your oven to 180, put it in for 20 minutes. Bon appetit. Evan, how can you rank Toad in the Hole D tier, but Yorkshire in A tier? They are the same thing. Wrong. In fact, Toad in the Hole is even better because it's just one absolutely giant Yorkshire pud slathered in gravy with some Cumberland sausagey goodness too. See, what you're forgetting there is when you increase the surface area of the Yorkshire pud, you inevitably lose a bit of that fluff, okay? It just can't compete with an actual Yorkshire pud, which is the perfect surface area, the perfect size. As soon as you go too big, you lose it, okay? The sausages are gonna fall through. The consistency is a bit too moist and doughy as opposed to the nice fluffiness of a Yorkshire pud. I stand by my anger against Toad in the Hole, all right? Also, to be completely honest with you guys, I did kind of think that it was mash. So I just thought, we all make mistakes. Next up, we have You Forgot Apple Crumble, a quintessentially British dessert. Is it? I didn't even know you guys had that biome here. He probably meant crumble when he said cobbler. I didn't. Did you guys know there's a difference between crumble and cobbler? Because there very much is. Personally, I've always been a big fan of cobbler because that's a thing that we have in the US. We do have crumble, but I think we're bigger on the cobbler. You guys only have cobblers when you want to get your shoes sorted. Sort your elf. It was a Christmas insult for you. You're welcome. Merry Christmas. I think the problem Evan has with Scotch eggs is that he's the only person in the UK to be inexplicably finding beef ones. I misspoke, okay? I said it was beef instead of sausage. I'm just used to most sausages where I'm from being beefy. You know, if you get a hot dog in the States, it's gonna be beef, unless you get a nasty cheap one where they sneak some chicken or turkey in there and you're like, whoa, what health freak came into my fridge? Okay, beef sausages / hot dogs only. I basically misspoke. Okay, calm down, please, I'm sorry. I was today years old when I learned that trifle is a British food and not international. You might have learned that from a lot of these foods on this list. Victoria sponge, right? That's just cake. Apple pie was the biggest one that mind blew me. Okay, I should rephrase that. That blew my mind. Mind blew me makes this way worse. Did Evan really just say American staple cheese? American cheese is borderline plastic. First of all, okay, Henry, Hunter. I just said your name as if it was an insult. Yeah, how do you like that? Hunter the bunter, when you play baseball, you can't even You can't even hit it that good, okay? Anyway, I said it was a staple because cheese is a big staple in the States. Now, for all of you that like to slander American cheese, this is very similar to the argument against Scotch eggs. You're like, you haven't had a real one then. You genuinely haven't had real American cheese. The only American cheese you can get in the UK is we call it government cheese where I'm from. You know, those little individually wrapped plastic bits of cheese. They're really good for specific instances of like cheeseburgers where you want the melt to be perfect. Yeah. But yeah, you might say it just tastes like plastic. I would slightly agree with you. That's not real American cheese. That's just the stuff they sell you here. All the good stuff is kept for us in America, okay? I'm sorry to ruin your day. I'm not also talking about Cheese Whiz. I'm talking about real American cheese. It comes, you could slice it yourself. It doesn't come. Wow! Whoa, okay. I didn't know how offended I could feel from just an American man disrespecting our food. How can you hate mince pies? Because, you know the first time I had a mince pie? I think it was like a year after I'd first moved here, and everyone kept talking about them. And because I just learned that instead of saying ground beef in the UK, you guys say mince, I thought mince pies were gonna be like steak pies, you know, except with mincemeat. So color me surprised when instead of nice meaty goodness, I got gross, unfully blended like fruits. It's like either choose to be a sweet or choose to be healthy. Mince pies are like, you just crumble more sugar in there. I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of the fruits that they use for that, whatever they do, minced fruits. I don't want to mince words with you, but gross. Tastes like cough syrup. Puts higher than Toad in the Hole in Christmas pudding. Apparently, Evan buys some really tasty cough syrup. Yeah, I do, okay? Saturday nights with the gang, like, boop, 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 drinking that cough syrup. You won't see me with Corona. That's not, I just want to say, it's not you can't help yourself with Corona with cough syrup, okay? Just gonna not spreading fake news. I am from Northern Ireland, and I'm going to America for college. Congratulations on the future debt. I didn't realize America didn't have Sunday roasts, and now I'm so sad. It is my favorite meal, and I look forward to having it every Sunday. Lauren, I'm curious, have you ever made your own Sunday roast, or do you love this because your parents make it? Because I feel like that's probably the case for most people. Those things you're like, oh, I have this every Sunday. It takes so much effort to make a Sunday roast, okay? Every time I've done it, it's like a good hour and 25 minutes. That's a long time compared to most of my dishes I can do in like 20 to 40 minutes. I mean, it's worth it, but also, who's got that time? But yeah, no, we don't have that in the States, so I'm sorry to break your heart, but we do have IHOP Sunday roast. IHOP? Pretty even. Speaking of pretty me, mispronounced, Scotch eggs. Have you ever had a homemade one? You guys will not let me go with this Scotch egg thing. 100% better than any commercial made ones and are about the size of a tennis ball. Like I said, I have had one once. It was all right. It was digging my heels in on this, okay? Scotch eggs, they're now below F tier, okay? They're like F minus minus. How about that? We have Anna here describing the difference between British and American apple pies. You see, in America, we have grandma's homemade apple pie with auntie's homemade vanilla ice cream on top, complete with eating outside on a porch, watching fireworks on the 4th of July, a bald eagle flying overhead, and the national anthem being sung loudly while holding red Solo cups. Now that's freedom pie. I mean, that sounds just about right, actually. I do wish there were more porches in the UK, specifically London. I miss porches so much. That's my Sunday roast. A porch. Sausage and mash in tier D. First of all, D tier. Okay, don't trigger me. The sausages aren't good enough, but Cumberland sausages in tier A. What? Listen, Cumberland sausages are good for breakfast. I'm an American. I have sausages for breakfast. What can I say? When you guys are like, oh, sausage and mash, I'm like, I don't want sausages for dinner, okay? Mommy, please. I want my sausages for breakfast with whatever else I'm having. Eggs, bacon, sometimes if I'm feeling extra meaty, leave me alone. God, I can't believe you missed sausage rolls. Our Christmas #1 for the last 2 years have been songs about sausage rolls. Yeah, I didn't actually think that was a British food, but you're right, it very much is. I guess it's because sausage, roll, they're individual things. But yeah, sausage roll, I think it was one of the first British things I ever decided to get. I got it from like a local bakery somewhere up in Tottenham, and oh man, a sausage roll is great. If I could redo my video, sausage roll gets solidly in the A tier, okay? I put it in F, but I just, F? No, I'd put it in S. I feel like it's not a substantial enough meal for me, okay? In order to get an alcoholic beverage. Best way I've told my friends in the US about Yorkshire puddings is a better popover. I've never heard of that before, unless you're saying, oh, do you wanna go hang over at your friend's house? I'll pop over. I've never heard of a popover before. If that's a thing in the States, Americans, please tell me. Have I missed out on this in Jersey? Too busy eating like delicious pizza and y'all over having popovers. About a Pop-Tart. Is that the same? Adding raisins to basically anything ruins it. Where's the lie? It's a Sunday roast. We roast the potatoes. Sorry for screaming. Yeah, I mistakenly said mashed potatoes at some point when talking about the Sunday roast. I apologize. Fun fact, that's because for our American style equivalent of a Sunday roast, we most always have mashed potatoes. Roast potatoes is very specifically a British thing, and they take so much more effort, and I really do love mashed potatoes, but because I have roast potatoes so rarely, it means, oh, they're so good. So yeah, apologies, okay? Your boy likes to misspeak every once in a while. And the last one today we've got, just a reminder that some of us watch the videos on mobile. We still appreciate the quality, it shows. But I had to put my phone to my face to see some of the photos. I'm sorry, I was in such a rush to get that video up at the right time. There was a lot of things happening behind the scenes. It's been a rough week. You think, oh, if he's having a good Christmas, happy Christmas. I'm spending a lot of time on these videos, and yeah, normally I would have liked to have shown the full image really big and then zoomed it out, but I was under crunch time, so apologies. I have been spending so much of my last 2-3 weeks on this video I keep talking about for the last like month or 3 about the tipped wage. It's coming. Hopefully this Sunday. I'm very excited. There's so many different shots. The style is going to be very much like that video I made a couple months ago about the US taxing its citizens abroad. So I really hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned. It'll be out on Sunday. And that's all I've got for you today. Thank you very much for watching this video and spending some of your Christmas with me. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Christmas and be safe out there. I love you. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye. Whee! My jumper smells like moths. I've got other videos you can watch. That one's good. Wow, if you've seen that one, bye.